Errol's performance against Mikey Garcia. And the second part of that is, I know you share something with LeBron James. Are you going to make sure that he's at this fight with Staples Center?
Yeah, I'll go with the first question first. Errol Spence did a phenomenal job against Mikey Garcia. In my personal opinion, he white-gloved him, and it was a landslide victory. I did take a look at that.
Yes.
Even spoke a little bit to Mikey about that fight.
Because we're going to do some Q&A after. All right, so just put it on your seat and pass it amongst each other. We don't have enough room. So we're going up. We're going to go up for that part. And then we might ask you some questions. We're going to see how it goes.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, we better turn these off. Actually, it might be good.
Hey, y'all better turn these off, man. No, because I can say what I want to say at any time.
Shawn on the other side. There's chairs. Mr. Porter, there's a seat for you on the other side in the first row. We'll call you up when it's ready.
Where do you want me exactly?
On the side in front of your son.
They got to get their shit together. So, obviously, we're going to start this show with Errol Spence versus the Shawn Porter. This is live. This is real time. Press conference. Then we're going to talk about the fight. We're going to talk about the full card, which is Ray Flores, Baby Hands is about to start. I'm already getting content from our colleague, Rob Suarez, who is there right now with the fighters. He's actually right there in the back. Oh, shut up. Shut up.
September 28th here at Staples Center. It is Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view, all headline by a welterweight unification matchup between both champions, Errol Spence Jr. taking on Showtime Shawn Porter. All brought to you by Man Down Promotions, Shawn Porter Promotions, and TGB Promotions. Tickets are going quickly. They are on sale now, AXS.com or here at the Staples Center box office. Also, today's press conference is being televised live on PBC, on Fox, on their YouTube page and their social media pages. So hello to everyone joining us around the world. We have a tremendous night of action from top to bottom as we talked about our welterweight unification matchup between Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. Plus, the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World is on the line as the champion, Anthony Dirrell, will put his title up for grabs against the former champion, the unbeaten David Benavidez. Also, pay-per-view action is going to feature unbeaten rising star at 140 pounds, Mario Barrios, as he takes on fellow unbeaten Batyr Akhmedov for the WBA Super Lightweight Championship of the World. And also an exciting matchup at 147 between veterans Josesito Lopez and John Molina Jr. Now, before the pay-per-view, we will go live at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 local time. It'll feature the three-time world champion, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, and also rising super welterweight prospect, Joey Spencer. That'll be live on FS1 and also Fox Deportes. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the luminaries that are in attendance. Before we do that, I want to acknowledge one of the promoters of Saturday, September 28th. Mr. Tom Brown is around here from TGB Promotions. Also his daughter, Brittany Goosen Brown, as well. Let's meet the fighters that'll be a part of our FS1, the prelim portion, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on Saturday, September 28th. This gentleman, 8-0, 6 wins coming by way of knockout, just 19 years of age. Joining us from Linden, Michigan, having turned pro over a year ago back in February of 2018, and most recently picked up a big win over Akeem Black on Fox back in June. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fast-rising Joey Spencer.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm really happy to be here. I'm honored to be part of this card. I'm excited to be on the card with all these great champions, and I want to thank Al Heyman for giving me this opportunity. Can't wait to go out there.
Can we get a thank you, Al Heyman, in the chat?
September 28th. Can't wait to just be in the building, let alone fight on this card, and can't wait to put on a show for the fans. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Joey Spencer, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss his fight. He's always in exciting battles. And speaking of exciting battles, the man I'm getting ready to introduce, 35 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 20 wins coming by way of knockout. A former 3-time world champion who has taken on the best of the best, been inside the ring with Andre Berto, Floyd Mayweather, countless others. He's always in barn burners, and he still has the itch to fight at a very high level. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Gilroy, California, Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
Just want to thank God for blessing us all here today. Man, I'm excited to be back on that stage again. Make a run. We got 2 great champions in back of us, and man, I'm excited. So one thing is, I just want to thank everybody also for their prayers for all the victims that have been shot this last couple of weeks that happened. One incident happened in my hometown in Gilroy, so it's only right that a portion of my my purse is going to go towards the victims fund. So I just want to thank you all for your prayers, and keep praying. Thank you.
Robert the Ghost Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen, and as Robert mentioned, our thoughts and prayers go out to those affected by what happened in Gilroy and also all over our great country in various incidents. On the pay-per-view portion at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific time, Saturday, September 28th, we will kick off the pay-per-view with the heck of a welterweight matchup. You want to talk about 2 guys who like to come forward and bring their best and throw a lot of punches and bunches? Well, this is the fight for you. You will get a flat-out slugfest. This gentleman, 30 wins, 8 losses, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He has taken on the litany of champions and top contenders ranging from 135 all the way through 147 pounds. With victories over Ruslan Provodnikov and Mickey Bay, he has been a part.
Let me mute right here. I've been having some connection issues for the last half an hour, and I don't know why. Let me see if I can do some shit in the background. I'll be right back.
Junior.
How's everyone doing? Here we go again. An exciting fight to start off the telecast. Me and Lopez, I believe, have been a long time coming. And I think this fight's going to be all action, can't miss. We both have a never say die attitude, so I think that's what you're going to get that night. Thank you guys for being here, and enjoy the card.
Thank you very much to John Molina Jr. His adversary on September 28th here at Staples Center, 36 wins, 8 losses, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He gave a heck of a battle to Keith Thurman, came up short via decision. He's picked up 3 of his last 4 bouts and actually had a very big moment here at Staples Center years ago against Victor Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Riverside Rocky,
We're gonna beat that woman beater
Josesito
down.
Lopez.
Thanks everyone for being here. I'm excited to be a part of this great card with a lot of great fighters. Coming back to the Staples Center, where it's been 7 years since I was here last year, and had a good showing. And this next fight is going to be nothing less. So expect fireworks, and we'll start it off and get it ready for the rest of the card. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Josesito Lopez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the second fight on our pay-per-view portion will be for the WBA Super Lightweight Championship of the World. This gentleman is undefeated, 7 wins, 6 of those coming by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, represented Turkey at the 2016 Olympics down in Rio de Janeiro. Owens knockout victories here in 2019, having stopped Ismael Barroso last August here in Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated Batyr Akhmedov.
Всем привет! Я очень рад быть частью такого карда Эррола Спенса и Шон Портера. Спасибо моему промоутеру Андрею Михайловичу Рябинскому и моему менеджеру Вадиму Корнилову за такое доверие, что они верят в меня. 28 сентября будем писать новую главу моей истории.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out here. That's the great opportunity for me to be part of such a great card. Errol Spence against Shawn Porter. I'm very grateful to my promoter, Mr. Rybinski, for giving me this opportunity, to my management, Vadim Kornilov, and thank you, everyone, for the support you're giving to us. And on the September 28th is going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great card, and I'm going to write the history on the 28th.
Much appreciated to Batyr Akhmedov. And now let's meet his opponent on Saturday, September 28th here at Staples Center. He's undefeated, 24 wins, 16 of those coming by way of knockout. He is a top 140-pound contender with 8 straight knockouts since moving up here to 140 pounds, having most recently knocked out Juan Jose Velasco in 2 rounds back in May, live on Fox. And the thing about this young gentleman from San Antonio, Texas, he gets better and better. He's growing into his body. He's wiping out his opponents. As his level of opposition rises, so do his finishes. He continues to wipe out his opposition and looking to become a world champion on September 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fast rising and the undefeated Mario Barrios.
How's everybody doing? Fighting on a card like this, I mean, it's a dream come true. This will be my 3rd fight at the Staples Center. I mean, every time I've come to LA, I get a lot of love, and I mean, it's always exciting, fighting here. Again, I mean, I'm fighting for the WBA World Regular title. I'm not going back home to San Antonio without it. I know my opponent, he's going to come with everything. He's my toughest opposition by far. But, I mean, that won't change anything on the 28th.
You talk about illegal streaming in my chat, you son of a bitch.
Mario Barrios, ladies and gentlemen. Our co-main event is brought to you by, in association with Samson Boxing. And what a co-main event we have. This fight could headline this event, but my goodness, it is in the co-main event slot. What a battle we have for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. First of all, we will bring up the challenger. He's undefeated, 21 wins, 18 of those coming by way of knockout. Just 22 years of age, from Phoenix, Arizona. Won the world title back in 2016, having defeated Ronald Gavril, and most recently knocked out J. Leon Love at AT&T Stadium in front of nearly 50,000 people on Fox Sports pay-per-view back in March. I'll tell you a quick story about his promoter, Samson Lukowicz, who was in attendance. I met Samson introduced me to David Benavidez back in 2015 prior to his national television debut. And Samson has found some top-level fighters, Manny Pacquiao, Sergio Martinez, and he told me, he goes, I have something special. This young man, and I believe David Benavidez was
Samson be having these gold chains.
He is going to be something special. Lo and behold, 1 year later, he became a world champion. This young man continues to write his own history, and he has a heck of a matchup in front of him against the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David El Bandera Roja Benavidez.
Hello, everybody. I'm very appreciative of God, Al Heyman, all my promoters. I have the opportunity to become the youngest 2-time super middleweight champion in history.
It's got to stay off those nose clams.
Working very hard to be in an action-packed card like this, man. It's just a dream come true, and I'm gonna do my best to give an action-packed fight. I'm gonna give a war to Anthony Dirrell, and I'm gonna take my title back. Thank you so much.
David Benavidez, ladies and gentlemen, also David's father as well in attendance. It's a family affair when it comes to the Benavidez crew. Now let's meet the champion. His record, 33 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. When you talk about a guy who is proud of his city, it is this man who represents Flint, Michigan on a daily basis. A 2-time super middleweight world champion, won his title once again with the technical decision over Turkish fighter Avni Yildirim back on FS1 in February. This man has dealt with everything that you could think of as a man. Actually beat cancer, came back, won a world title. His story is absolutely remarkable. And lo and behold, on Saturday, September 28th, he looks to make the defense of his WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the champion, Anthony the Dog Dirrell.
Thank Fox for putting on a good show. I want to thank Alan Heyman, my team.
I'm ready. Alan.
We've been wanting this fight. Me and Dave have been wanting this fight for a little over a year. Things happened. We couldn't make it, but now it's here. We both ready to go. I know I'm ready. I'm looking for the knockout. I know he is. And it's going to be an action-packed fight. Come September 28th, we're going to give the fans something to see. Just make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Come to this one. Instead of watching it on TV, come. It's going to be an amazing fight. Thanks.
Anthony Dirrell, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you do not want to miss that matchup. That's our co-main event on Saturday, September 28th, Fox Sports BBC pay-per-view. Don't forget, our prelims will be live at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 local time. Now let's meet the trainers that will be involved in our main event of the evening, welterweight unification on the line. First of all, we want to welcome the father, and the esteemed trainer works very hard, hand in hand with his son. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the always eloquently dressed Mr. Ken Porter.
I warned you about spreading fake news, William. Now you're going to be banned for fucking 30 days, ho.
September 28th. Great action-packed card, as everybody already said. Action-packed from top to bottom. If we weren't part of this card, I would definitely be here to watch it. I am a fan of boxing, fan of PBC boxing, Fox Sports, fan of everything we got going on at night. So don't miss it. Get your tickets, buy the pay-per-view, come to the fight. Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, Shawn Porter, any way you want to look at it. It's going to be a hot night of fighting. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Ken Porter, the esteemed trainer and the father of Shawn Porter. Now let's meet the other side, Errol Spence's trainer. This man loves the sport of boxing. He's embedded in the fabric of boxing down in the Dallas area. He continues to churn out world champions. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Derek James.
Hello, everyone.
Why they give him Mexican music?
This is a very exciting day from a very exciting card. I think this fight has the ability to come to be fight of the year. You have Shawn, who's going to keep coming. You have Errol, who's has an amazing skill set, and we'll see just what Shawn brings, because we watched him over the years, watched him over time. They sparred years ago, time and time. He was one of the guys that helped Errol get ready for the Olympics. So we'll see, from Errol being the man to him being whoever he is, and what's going to happen, because I know that Errol's training very hard, and I'm pretty sure Shawn is as well. So we look forward to a tough, grueling fight. But like Errol always says, he's here for the man down. So I expect that.
I'm half
That's
Mexican.
What I'm looking for also. Thank you all very much.
People don't believe me. Half black, half Irish, half Mexican.
Once again, a round of
I'm
applause to Mr. Derek James, the trainer of Errol Spence Jr., the IBF welterweight champion of the world. Now let's meet one half of our main event on Saturday, September 28th. If you think it's hot now, it is going to be hotter inside Staples Center on September 28th. What electricity we are going to have here at Staples Center. This man, 30 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 17 wins coming by way of knockout. captured his world title by defeating Danny Garcia last September at Barclays Center, then followed it up with his first title defense against Yordenis Ugas right down the road here in Southern California. He is from Akron, Ohio, now training out of Las Vegas, Nevada. A two-time 147-pound world champion from Akron, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the always exciting and entertaining. He's always in shape, ready to put on a memorable performance. Please welcome Showtime, Shawn Porter.
DJ, don't cut the music off. Keep the music on. I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know if it's the sun. But y'all not giving me the energy I need.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not playing that goddamn music. He not getting me copyrighted. Shit.
And listen, this fight demands.
All right, I'll do it for you guys, the people.
Excitement. This fight
I'll do it for you.
This kind of energy. Errol Spence and Showtime Shawn Porter are coming to the Staples Center for y'all. Y'all give us the energy we need. What time is it?
Come on, man. This cheesy ass shit.
Versus Showtime, September 28th. You need to be here. If you live in LA, you need to be here. If you can't get to LA, you need to order this fight on Fox pay-per-view. This fight, just like my energy right now, it's gonna be even higher when we get in the ring, September 28th. Nothing but respect to you, Errol Spence. Nothing but respect to you, Derek James, Coach Derek James. September 28th.
But at what cost?
What time is it?
But at what cost? This is cringy as fuck. But what about the cost, man?
I think Shawn Porter's ready to fight, guys. I think so, right? He is amped up and ready to go. He gets me fired up. Well, I am fired up for September 28th.
You see what I do for you people?
Here in the City of Angels at Staples Center. Let's meet his adversary on that very evening. He's undefeated, 25 wins, 21 of those coming by way of knockout. A 2012 United States Olympian, having picked up a win over four-division world champion Mikey Garcia at AT&T Stadium, live on PBC on Fox Sports pay-per-view. Before in front of nearly 50,000
My job is not
fans.
easy, man.
And lo and behold, he's looking to make another definitive statement on Saturday, September 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the IBF welterweight champion of the world, Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
Oh my God, back at it again. In the kitchen whipping, I'm rapping.
How y'all doing? I'm happy to be here. I'm not going to give you that Shawn Porter type energy. But I tell y'all, everybody, make sure you tune in September 28th. It's going to be an amazing event. Easy. The co-main event can easily be the main event. That's an action-packed fight between two champions. But this main event is going to be fire. Y'all already know what time it is. It's man down. And we're going to do that September 28th. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you order it. Even if you come to the fight, still order it on Fox pay-per-view. But this is going to be an amazing event, man. Much respect to Shawn. Shawn is a warrior. Shawn is a guy who always comes to fight, always leave his heart on the table, and he comes ready every time, always comes in shape. If you know me, you know I always come in shape. You know I'm always in exciting fights. Shawn always in exciting fights. You know, this could possibly be the fight of the year, so make sure you tune in. Make sure you come.
Leo, you son of a bitch.
Fight. And I'm going to put on an amazing show and amazing performance for y'all. Let's go.
Oh my God, back at it again.
Errol Spence Jr.
You're scum, Leo.
Gentlemen, I'm going to ask a few questions.
You're fucking scum.
For our co-main event and our main event. We'll start off with David Benavidez. David, for you, the opportunity to be fighting Anthony Dirrell. Both you guys have mutual respect, but lo and behold, you are stating, I believe I've seen in interviews, that you feel that he's holding on to your title because you did not lose that inside the ring. Your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot of motivation going into this fight only because I feel like he has my title. You know, we get all the respect we want outside the fight, but once I get in the ring, there's no respect. Like he says, he's looking for the knockout. I'm looking for the knockout, too. It's going to be an amazing fight. The fans are the ones who are going to win at the end of the night because this is going to be an amazing fight. It's going to be a war from round 1 to round 12.
Anthony, do you like the fact that you're going to have a guy that you don't have to seek and find? I mean, typically, you know, there are times where you have to deal with guys that don't like to engage. He says he's going to come forward, throw a lot of punches and bunches. He's looking for the knockout. You're looking for the knockout. Does that excite you for Saturday, September 28th?
Probably somewhere eating some oxtails and shit.
Give the fans something to see. You know, this is boxing. You know, either you have slugfests or you have boxing matches, and the fans are coming to see a knockout. Hopefully, I can give it to them.
You've been training in Las Vegas, and you have put yourself away from your family, your hometown of Flint, Michigan, that you love and that you hold so dearly to your heart. Does that put you into a warrior mindset? Why did you feel the need to relocate yourself to Las Vegas for this training camp?
Just get me out of my comfort zone. Make me fight for something. And this is going to make me. You know, being away from my family, hours and hours away or thousands of miles, it's great motivation. You know, even me being an underdog is great. I'm happy with it. And
so you like the role. So on the odds makers, they have you as an underdog. Do you like that role that you are in?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because I can prove everybody wrong at the end of the day. That's what it's about. It's about proving people wrong. It's about making history. You know, you can't make history if you don't go in there and take a chance. And I'm doing that.
David, for you, you are the favorite in this matchup. I mean, do you kind of pay attention to that at all? Do you feel that the public is sort of thinking that you can once again go ahead and reclaim your title and also hit that role of being a potential superstar in boxing?
You know, I'm not paying attention to that one bit. You know, I know Anthony Dirrell is preparing as best as he can, so I'm expecting the best Anthony Dirrell to date.
Got to keep that nose clean.
Same thing. I'm away from my family too. I'm in an amazing training camp right now. So my main focus right now is being the best I could be and going in there, you know, and being ready for anything.
Stay off those
David,
nose
thank you very
claims.
much, and Anthony as well. Now for Showtime, Shawn Porter. Shawn, now that we are about a month and a half away, I mean, you have wanted these big fights. Now that you get
like
an
Shawn Porter
opportunity
ties.
here at Staples Center to headline against that man, Errol Spence, how excited are you for that ability and the fact that your name is on the marquee here in Los Angeles?
And man, this is amazing, and I love it, man. I've always looked forward to opportunities like this, pay-per-view, and just being a part of the whole promotion is unbelievable. It's awesome for me, and you know, the same kind of energy that I gave y'all, that's the energy that I'm bringing to the ring. That's the energy that I wake up with and I go to sleep with. You know what I mean? So it's really hard for me to get in front of y'all and not see y'all smiling and hyped and ready
Shawn.
for this fight because I know what's about to go down. You know, so I'm excited, and you know, the closer we get, the more and more excited I'm gonna get, and we will be prepared.
Errol, you have had an impressive year fighting at AT&T Stadium, nearly 50,000 fans. Now you're here in Los Angeles at Staples Center. Could this year get any better for you in terms of headlining these big arenas and these big stadiums?
Definitely. You've seen the growth over the years, fighting in bigger stadiums and, you know, headlining main event, headlining Fox pay-per-view. So, you know, this is my second Fox pay-per-view. I'm in a unification fight, something I've been asking for a long time. And, you know, I'm fighting with, you know, with a great champion, a guy who's going to come ready. He's going to come ready to fight. You see his energy now. You know, hopefully keep that same energy fight time. I know he will. And, you know, it can be an amazing year for me if I get this knockout. So, you know, that's something I will be looking for. It's something I'm not going to rush into. I'm going to let it come to me. And when it comes, I'm going to take it.
Shawn, how do you respond to the fact that he says, you know, he believes he can get a knockout over you, et cetera, et cetera? I mean, that is very difficult to do. You've beaten some top-level
Don't David
world-class
Benavidez look like
guys,
he
but how do you respond to those comments saying that he believes he can go ahead and get a knockout?
You know what, people I don't think they necessarily understand the level that myself and Errol Spence are on, but when you're at this level, he's expecting the same thing that I'm expecting, and he's training for the same thing that I'm training for. We're both training to knock each other out. We're both training to go 12 hard rounds. We're both training to outclass each other. We're both training to outbox each other, outpunch each other. The list goes on. It's all about that one time, that one moment. And I know I got what it takes to make that moment all mine, and I'm looking forward to it.
Errol, for you, does it get your juices going? You fought Mikey Garcia back in March. Now you're fighting Shawn Porter. Your level of opposition continues to go up. Now you can unify half of the division. Does that excite you? Does that make you go harder in training camp with Derek James and your entire team?
Definitely. This is what I've been waiting for a long time. You know, I've been on the sidelines watching, you know, Shawn fight Keith Thurman, watching Shawn fight Danny, watching Danny fight Keith Thurman, you know, and so on. So, you know, now I'm in that group, and now I'm finally getting an opportunity to fight the top guys, the top 5 guys in the welterweight division, and make my
Broner
name
versus
known.
Lopez.
It starts off with beating Shawn, and then hopefully we can get other big fights after that. But it starts September 28th with Shawn Porter and taking that WBC belt from him.
Final question for both our main event fighters. Shawn, not many people were lining up to fight this man, Errol Spence. Why did you say, I want him? When they called you, offered this fight, I can only imagine that it probably took you 20 seconds to say yes and sign on the dotted line.
It was only a matter of time. And, I've been patient my entire career. I've never rushed anything. So, to me, this fight is happening on time. We talk about the division that we're in right now. He just said it. He's amongst the elite. And he's been amongst the elite for a while now, but now he's got a strap, so he's 100% amongst the elite. Showtime Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman is still very much in the picture, even though he just lost to Manny Pacquiao. And then obviously Pacquiao is still right there. I beat Errol Spence. That doesn't mean Errol Spence is going away. He's still in that elite division, and he can still contend with all the rest of those guys. So
will you be streaming on the official PBC on Fox website, Boxing Monster?
Manny Pacquiao. Simple as that.
So you want to go after Pacquiao, assuming you handle business on September 28th?
That's it. That's all. That's the plan.
Showtime, Shawn Porter letting us know what his plans are following September 28th. Errol, your prediction, and do you want Manny Pacquiao, assuming all goes according to plan, after Shawn Porter?
Definitely. My whole thing is, I'm looking for the stoppage. And my whole thing is I want to clear out the division. That's been my goal for the longest. So, I want Manny Pacquiao. I still want Keith Thurman. I want Danny Garcia. I want Terrence Crawford. So, I want the top names. I want the top guys in the division. And then once I finish that goal, I'll move up and, conquer another division.
Well, greatly appreciate both men, ladies and gentlemen. Errol Spence, Shawn Porter. We will now pose the fighters off. Do not miss it, Saturday, September 28th. It is PBC, Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view. We go live 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific time. Prelims on FS1, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 local time. All brought to you by Man Down Promotions, Shawn Porter Promotions, and TGB Promotions. We'll see you during fight weekend, September 28th, here at Staples Center.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
Scum.
The champ is here!
You better buy this fight. I'm going to get you. Don't David Benavidez look like he can play in a fake Razor Ramon origin story? Or like the straight to DVD sequel to Scarface? He cool, just gotta stay off those sweet nose clams. Caleb Platt was like, he just gotta keep his nose clean. Stay off those sweet nose clams. Yeah. I think I kind of figured they were gonna run into this with Errol Spence's and Shawn Porter's attitude. However, they're about to go shoot PBC face-to-face. Either they probably shot it or probably going to shoot it after this or probably tomorrow. So that's going to air in a couple of weeks, so we'll be able to see them awkwardly sit down with Brian Campbell. The pay-per-view will be $74.99, it seems. That is the mark for PBC on Fox pay-per-views. I don't expect for it to be any cheaper than that. Of course, I'm going to be covering it. We're trying to get my man, Rob Suarez, who is there right now with the fighters. He's somewhere in the back. He's sending me content over as we speak to the fight, so we can get that full fight night coverage. And I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done before, where we're going to actually be, how I usually wait like 2-3 hours after the stream, after the fight to stream. I'm going to do something that I've never done before, and I'm going to stream as soon as that bad boy fight go off, we're going to go hard and show these whippersnappers how it's done. Post-fight highlights, post-fight press conference. We're going to be here all night, baby, if we have to. So, yeah, here's the undercard. There's going to be Spence versus Porter. It's going to be David Benavidez, Anthony Dirrell. I'm saying David Benavidez first because he's champion in recess. Then you're going to have Josesito Lopez versus John Molina. Mario Barrios versus this Akhmedov guy, Batyr, something. I forgot to pronounce his name, but he is 7-0 with 6 KOs. They are fighting for the WBA world title at 140 pounds, a title that should not exist, but they're fighting for it. You're going to have Robert Guerrero versus a TBA and Joey Spencer versus a TBA to headline the PBC on FS1 card to lead into this pay-per-view. September the 28th is going to be in the Staples Center. I expect for it to do very well in ticket sales. We checked them out earlier last week. I'm gonna go look at them again while we're on stream, and find a way that fans think Shawn Porter is going to win. Outside of the fact that Errol Spence right now is looking heavy, and we are 5 weeks and a half, five and a half weeks or so, give or take, from the fight. So he's going to be focusing on cutting weight, and Shawn Porter, was saying last week that he wasn't too far off weight. So he's going to be trying to focus on getting in on the inside and not dealing with the issues that he had with Yordenis Ugas trying to get in on the inside. Because I don't think he'll be able to outbox Errol Spence.
All right, you guys, we're going to keep Errol Spence on the stage for television interviews. Shawn Porter will be available right behind the stage in the shade for video.
That's
and
the lady
print
Fred was
media,
talking about.
And then we'll switch the fighters. We want to get the banner. Thank you.
Look like that's going to be it. Robert Guerrero is back. You know what? For my alert, I'm going to change my alert probably next week to the Ruben Guerrero. You like that shit? Like when people subscribe, I want it to be like, that's bullshit, baby. Or like when people donate, I want it to be like we're going to beat that woman, beat her down. I think I'm going to put that on there. We're going to beat that damn woman, beat her down.
All right, everybody hang on. Chase to the stage,
Heidi?
please. Chase to the stage.
Oh, that's Michelle Joy Phelps. I was going to say that ass. What's up? So yeah, I'm gonna rate that press conference a 6 of 10. 6 of 10. Come on, we gotta be, of course. No, wait, I gotta rate that shit a 10 of 10 since I'm streaming it. Shit, 10 of 10. So we're gonna rate that a 6 of 10. I expected to run into this with Spence versus Porter in regards to they're not very, charismatic dudes really in regards to like press conferences. You talk to them, individual interviews, they know how to hold the shit down. Especially when Errol Spence get on that sauce. They're going to be doing a PBC face-to-face, which is going to air later on this month, at the very last week of this month, or definitely the first week of September. I'm going for the last week of August. And then there's going to be 3 episodes, very likely, of PBC Fight Camp. You know how they did with Pac Thurman and Spence Garcia, the free TV watered-down version of All Access. I'm not really expecting too much of that because too much from that because both guys aren't very, they're not really very controversial dudes. And I wouldn't be surprised if they cut it down from 4 episodes to 2. I would not be surprised. But however, I would be very impressed if they keep it 4 episodes like they did with Pac Thurman and Spence versus Mikey Garcia, because that's going to show the consistency. For example, they're even doing PBC face-to-faces for fights like Brandon Figueroa and Austin Terrell Boucher. What's the difference between Fight View 360 and tax erosion? What's that? What? Have you Americans caught Hillary yet? I don't know, man. Everyone buy the pay-per-view. Streaming is illegal and it kills the sport. Yes. You sons of bitches, man. Thanks, H Money. You've been crazy, H Money. You've been crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'm staying out of it. Porter will always be a B-class fighter. I mean, I'm not going to say that. It's just that his height, and now his style, with his height and his style, people are going to question, whether he's able to get it on the inside or not, Look at the issues he had with your Denizugas, right? Hell no, I'm not ducking the tax, man. Shit. If anything, they owe me money. For real, for real, for real. For real, for real. Don't get me started. Don't get me fucking started on them. So let's see. It's really not too much, okay, who out there is giving Shawn Porter a chance to win? Who out there is giving Shawn Porter a chance to win? I'm thinking, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to find a way, right? How does he get in on the inside? How? I'm trying to find a way. Hey, let's go look at something. I don't think they're going to let me do it, though. Let's see. The hell? Just show me the damn highlights.
Porter coming forward as expected. As Brook in the corner. Brook's a lead right hand by the champion. Oh, nice stiff right by Brook, but
he had a very good round in the last round.
Don't you think that if Shawn Porter start doing all that shit and trying to get it on the inside, that Errol Spence is going to tie him up? However, we are going to actually be able to see Errol Spence fight a different type of fighter. We haven't seen anybody really, really crowd his space like Shawn Porter will. You're giving Porter a 35% chance. 35%? Love is he's a football player that boxes. What chance though? Like how? How? Let's talk about it. I'm trying to find a way. I'm not saying it can't happen. Fans are looking at Errol Spence's size right now, and they're like, he's not taking Shawn Porter seriously. He slimmed down a little bit since the Pac Thurman fight. Of course he's in training camp. The fight is 5 weeks away. We're going to see, though. Also, is it true they gym closed down, right? Vegas is a rough place, I've heard, to open gyms anyway. Like, everybody got a fucking gym.
World champion Julio Diaz. A very nice mix right now.
Porter continuing to smother Alexander.
However, I am glad that Porter did get a pay-per-view, though. I'm glad he got a pay-per-view. And he's going to have to take some damage to be able to get in on the inside. We're going to see, man. Only time will tell. Only time will tell, because I'm not, I like Shawn Porter. I like Kenny Porter. I've talked to Kenny Porter a couple of times off of camera. Straight gentleman. Shawn Porter, you gotta like him. You know, he's always in, you know, like entertaining fights. Or even if you look at the Ugas fight, it was high tension. But he's going to have to be a Shawn Porter we've never seen before. And to beat a Shawn Porter that fought Keith Thurman, that's not going to work against Errol Spence. He'll probably get his ass knocked out. However, they have to take advantage of what we see, the things that can be clear. Like, I wonder if Errol Spence is taking him seriously. Ugas has got a lot better. I wouldn't say he's a gatekeeper. He's one of those fights. He's got a lot better. Like, technically sound. Headbutt the testicles. Got to be low. He, you know, Shawn Porter, you know, headbutt the testicles. We're going to see, though. We're going to see. Because I want to give Shawn Porter a chance, but Errol Spence is good. You know, even though, you know, some of his outside of the ring shit can be concerning, but overall, he's still, you know, he's good. Spence will get tested in this fight, but I can't really predict this fight. Porter's a rugged fighter, but I think Errol's jab and reach will be advantage in the factor. I believe that, you know, same thing. How much can Porter actually do? I mean, because of Porter's height limitations, right? I don't think he'll be able to win the boxing game against Errol Spence. But can he outpoint Errol Spence, you know, from punch activity? Will he be able to get in and get out and not get hit and, you know, more importantly, not get counterpunched? Or it not turn into a fight where Errol Spence just neutralizes his offense and ties him up, you know? Crawford versus Porter, Spence versus Pacquiao. What? What are you talking about? Where's this crap coming from? Anybody else think Spence Pacquiao is a... Hell no. I don't think Pacquiao Spence is a 50-50 fight. I'm going 60-40 Spence. I'm sorry. I didn't give the fight to Ugas. I didn't give the fight to Ugas, but man, that wasn't a very pleasant press conference, was it? Wasn't very entertaining. I'm looking forward to Josesito Lopez versus John Molina, though. Looking forward to that. That's gonna be nice. This, I'm not really here. I'm gonna let you listen to some of this while I go get some water. Anthony Dirrell versus David Benavidez doesn't really excite me, and the winner of this is supposed to fight Caleb Plant if Caleb Plant doesn't fight the winner of Peter Quillen versus Caleb Truax. But they're mandatory. The mandatory for Anthony Dirrell and David Benavidez is Avni Yildirim. So there's somewhat of an unofficial tournament going on with these two, Peter Quillen, Truax, Caleb Plant, Avni Yildirim, Chris Eubank, all on that PBC side.
It's time for Fighting Words. Anthony Dirrell has it. David Benavidez wants
Listen to
it
some
on
of this.
September
We'll be back.
28th at Staples Center in Los Angeles. These two are going to square off for Dirrell's WBC Super Middleweight title. That is the same belt that Benavidez had, never lost in the ring. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Great to see you both. Let's get right to it, because Anthony, we see you there with the belt. David, do you respect the fact that Anthony won the belt, or do you still feel that you're the rightful holder of that belt?
You know, I feel like I'm still the rightful holder of the belt, but you know, he did what he had to do. He won the championship, so I feel even better now. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna take it from the champion this time.
Anthony?
You know it's here to stay, man. You was a good champion, man, but you know, this my baby.
You know,
gotta stay.
I feel you, but I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna take it from the old dog, and that's how it's gonna go.
Anthony, listen, one of the things
Yeah,
we've
I
heard
mean, we gonna put on a good show for him, you know, but I'm still gonna come out with victorious.
One of the things that we've heard David saying is that he's the new blood in the super middleweight division, that you're the old guard. Do you think that he's overlooking you?
Not at all. I mean, he is new. I mean, and we all know that. I'm 34, finna be 35 in October, and he's 22. So he's definitely new. But I still got a lot in my bones. I still got a lot in me, and I'm gonna show that on the 28th.
I'm not overlooking Anthony Dirrell at all. I know he's a rugged veteran. He's been in there for over 10 years. I watched him since I was a little kid, you know. But I feel like it's the younger generation this time. This is my generation, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get that belt back, and I'm gonna train my hardest, and we're gonna give the fans an amazing fight.
Is that purely based on age, or do you think you're a better fighter?
It's definitely going to be a tremendous fight. It's definitely going to be a tremendous fight, and you definitely got to train, because I'm training my butt off for this fight. I know you coming to bring it, and I'm doing the same thing. We both warriors at the end of the day, and I respect you for getting that ring. But the 28th, man, is this belt staying home.
We'll see about that.
You've talked about age. Is youth all that you have on your side, or what makes you think that you're?
How do y'all rate this undercard so far? Hey, let's pull it up. How do you rate it so far? With I like to look at the fights as if they can headline their own events. So when you look at the co-feature, Anthony Dirrell versus David Benavidez could be a main event on PBC on Fox, or Showtime, right? Right. When you look at Mario Barrios, now this pisses me off. Let me show you why right here. Let me show you why that brings my piss to a boil. Let me show you why the WBA makes me so sick. They're making that world title. I mean, I can understand it to an extent, but if they didn't have such a bad reputation for making fucking bullshit titles. So this is going to be for the WBA world title, where you have Prograis, who's supposed to be fighting Josh Taylor. They're really still trying to work that out. And then you have Ulysses Jr., who has a bullshit WBA gold, another bullshit belt that they made up. Well, anyway, this guy right here, I'm going to have to go check out some footage on, because he's fighting for a title at 7-0 with 6 KOs. Let's go look at all. Let's go see his amateur boxing record, according to BoxRec. So, Mario Barrios versus Batyr Akhmedov could headline a PBC on FS1. That can headline a PBC on FS1. No way they could headline a Fox. PBC on Fox. Josesito Lopez versus John Molina Jr. That's a very good fight, but I don't think that can headline a PBC on Fox. I'm sorry. Maybe under that old PBC on Fox deal, but not this one. So to me, I mean, this undercard is not better than Pacquiao versus Thurman, but overall, this is a very good undercard for a pay-per-view fight. And in order to have these fighters, because these fighters, even Robert Guerrero commands at this point in time in his career, at least $200,000. A fight, maybe a little, I don't know. But these fighters cost money, so this couldn't be a free TV card. Not all on one card. So, Josesito Lopez, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out. I believe that Josesito Lopez, John Molina opens up the pay-per-view with Mario Barrios, Batyr Akhmedov, Anthony Dirrell, David Benavidez, Spence versus Porter. But PBC on FS1 is going to be Robert Guerrero versus a TBA and Joey Spencer versus a TBA, with a bunch of other guys on there as well. Also, possibly Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Alfredo Angulo. So that's the card. That pay-per-view for me. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I can sell that to the people. Thanks, Chase Athletics. UK, what happened to Chisora and Takam? Takam just signed with Star Boxing here in the States, and Chisora may be getting David Price or somebody, right? So Chisora's still in the mix. But we got a little bit of time for Q&A before we get up out of here. What's on you guys' mind before I bounce? and go edit these videos up and go have a personal life. Yeah, Takum is with Star Boxing now. Next week is when boxing really picks up. Hold on 1 minute. Takum versus Usyk in Chicago. They might be still revisiting that, right? Didn't I heard something about that today? I don't remember if I read it somewhere. Do I think Devin Haney is the next Floyd Mayweather? Why? Because he looked like Floyd a little bit. I don't know. Too early to tell. I'm not ready just yet. However, he's on a fast. Devin Haney is on a very fast track to Loma. Don't you know that after Devin Haney's fight, if he wins, he'll be the mandatory for Loma versus Campbell, and Eddie Hearn and everybody's on board to go directly after that? Crazy. We're going to see Devin Haney possibly versus Loma or Campbell. I'm not counting Campbell out. By the end of this year? Early next year? That's crazy. You know? Usyk's the man. You know, Usyk's the man. Weird that he lost to Shawn Porter in the amateurs, though. You know? I think if Porter keeps the fight close, he can win on the points. Later rounds is his only shot. I don't know, man. We're going to see. It's a tough order. I want to give him every chance I can, you know. I want to give my man Shawn Porter every chance that I can, but it's going to be tough. I'm not counting him out, but I got to call that shit like it is, man. That's a tall order. What's my favorite cereal all time? Frosted Mini Wheats and Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. I've been on some granola shit too lately. Great UFC card. I think I will cover the UFC card this weekend since here's the thing. Don't you know we have access to UFC and UFC events, and I just have not put my foot. I'm scared to dip my foot or my toe into the water. You know, I'm scared to dip. Like, the doors are like open. You know, I'm scared to dip. You know, like the toes in. We've been even covering UFC Fight Pass events as like a good faith. You know, show a good faith to them, to Zuffa and all them people. Yeah, that's my shit. And then, you know what's good if you ain't having it in a long time? You know, a little bit off topic. You know, but Fruity Pebbles, if you ain't, pause. If you ain't had them shits in like a long ass time, any cereal is good if you ain't have it in a long time. But I only eat cereal maybe probably about once a month, some shit. You know, I've been drinking smoothies every day for breakfast, and it's good for you. Let me tell you, I am on a 1,500 calorie per day diet, and I'm doing well with it. It's probably because of the PEDs I'm on, but literally I'm only getting 1,500 calories a day, and I'm doing like, I'm not even hungry. It's like fucking, I had a smoothie for breakfast, and I had ramen with cod, broccoli, green beans, and what else was in there? That was it. And it's almost dinner time. You know, went for a little walk. Going to head out to the gym probably around like midnight. You know, things are doing good, man. But yeah, I'm juiced to the gills right now. I am on the juice. I'm on the PEDs. Yeah, I'm on PEDs. Here's one. I got one right here. I'm on. This is one of my PEDs. Just one. But I got some more PEDs upstairs. Yeah, I got some more PEDs upstairs. What if Porter upsets Spence? That's going to be crazy. Yeah, I'm juiced to the gills. Well, okay, I'm not that juiced. I'm not that juiced. But, you know. But next week, let's go look at the boxing schedule real quick before we bounce. That's a good way to close off the stream. Next week is when business picks up. This week is the ESPN. Is it ESPN or ESPN Plus Emmanuel Navarrete fight? Remember, it was supposed to be, let's go full screen. It was supposed to be Jose Benavidez return versus Luis Collazo, but some shit went down with him. So this is this Saturday, right? This is a Saturday card or Friday. Saturday on ESPN, regular ESPN, Emmanuel Navarrete, after his 2 demolitions of Isaac Dogbe. Jesse Magdaleno returns, Arnold Barbosa Jr., Chris Van Herden. Vincent Feigenbutz, he's ranked very high by the, ranked very high by the IBF at 168. And then next week is when business picks up with Sergey Kovalev versus Anthony Yarde. We're going to be doing full coverage for that. The final press conference, we're going to be streaming that. The weigh-in, we're going to be here for that. And, of course, the fight and post-fight live stream with highlights and all that. You have Juan Francisco Estrada versus Dwayne Beeman after he took care of business against Sisaket Rungvisai. Sisaket! Ah! Philip Hrgovic returns. Creepy Brandon Vicarola versus Javier Nicolas Cacon. Oh my God, ew. Don't you know I got to cover Brandon Figueroa versus Javier Nicolas Cacon PBC face-to-face that's coming on this Sunday. Some scary shit, man. So next week is pretty busy in boxing for the hardcores, you know, but really busy if you're looking, really, you know, significant if you're looking at Kovalev versus Yarde. And then the week after that is the big one with Lomachenko versus Campbell, Huey Fury versus, Jesus Christ. Scared the shit out of me, man. Thanks, Willie. What the fuck, man? Yeah. So you got Lomachenko versus Campbell, Huey Fury versus Povetkin, Charlie Edwards versus Julio Cesar Martinez, Joe Cordina, then Erislandy De Lara. Basically, starting next week is going to be busy every week. You know, you got this piece of work right here, Erislandy De Lara versus Canelo's brother, Ramon Alvarez. Remember, Brandon Rios had beat him up. And then that fight we talked about earlier with Caleb Truax versus Peter Quillen. And then the man, the myth, the legend, Jeff the Hornet gets stung. Horn versus Michael Zarafa. Remember, Zarafa was laying hands on Kell Brook in Kell Brook's last fight. And where the hell is Kell Brook anyway? Oh, shit, Cornelius K9 Bunder's returned? He like 60. All right, well, shout out to him. We don't know who Rungvisai fighting. He probably still soul searching. Remember, he was going through some shit. His girlfriend had left him with some shit before, like, the Estrada fight. And where is Chocolatito? We ain't seen that motherfucker in God knows how long. I guess Rungvisai still got his soul. Boxing be like that sometimes. You know, I've been wanting and pleading on social media where I was on my last Instagram for John Molina to finally relinquish the soul of Ruslan Provodnikov. You know, he got his soul. And Provodnikov got Matisse's soul. Right? And boxing is crazy. I don't drink no damn soda. I have probably about 2 sodas a week. I gained all this damn weight from I finally got my body together after the whole coma shit. You know, then I sprained my ankle, so that fucked me all up. You know, then I put on all that damn weight and then sitting at a desk all day. So I realized I can't just lose weight from eating healthy. I just have to like get out and get moving around. That's why I'm trying to get back out there on that dating field and shit. Get the hell out this house. You know? We got content coming in from Spence Porter right now. I want to play some of it. Yeah, I got all this content, but it's going to take a little while to upload it to the Dropbox. What big fight has Hearn won this year? Danny Roman. I mean, I'm looking at you know, right now, can you not say Eddie Hearn is the promoter of the year, the win or loss? Yes, the panel is coming and the call-ins are coming. I'm still working out the kinks. For example, at the beginning of the stream, we were lagging a lot. So I don't want to incorporate call-ins until I know how to operate it and make sure everything is running smoothly and flawlessly. So trust me, it's coming. You know, it's coming. The fuck is that flying around? No. Get out of here, man. Yo, T, break down the so-called rankings at 154. Bro, I don't even feel like it, man. That shit is some, man. J-Rock Herb may be happening in Philly, but likely will end up in Brooklyn. Tony Harrison, Jamel Charlo fighting in October, supposedly, or no later than November. And then Jaime Munguia is fighting fucking Patrick Alati. Weird. And he's fighting Alati because he didn't want to fight Jesse Vargas didn't want to fight him at a catchweight. Didn't I ban you for some shit earlier? Leo Gonzalez, the podcast is coming. I had sound issues for like 3 weeks that slowed everything down. This is my third microphone in about a month, 2 months. Luckily, they sent me one for free. So now I got 2 of them. So I don't have to run into that issue. But no, I'm not rushing. My content is coming, as far as I'm concerned, things are coming along smoothly. You know, this is the most, you know, active and like pure my content has been. And numbers are up all over the board. And I'm not working as hard. Like, I'm not putting out like as much content. But my post-fight content is like, everything's up. Numbers are up. So shit has been going like good. So the way things, to me, you know, once I hit my stride with like having the live guests on and, you know, consistently post-fight streaming again, don't nobody have the platform. So while my competitors were out there, you know, getting the subscribers and everything like that, they wasn't growing their platform to where I've been growing my platform to this. And now, you know, it's all about pushing it out there and getting it saw, you know, especially after post fights. So now I'm going to start going live during post fight, and my content is going to be better live than everybody else's because we have highlights and we have the press conferences and the interviews and having people at the events. So from Kovalev, Yard, Loma Campbell, and, you know, the Haney fight, Tyson Fury out of Wallin, Spence versus Porter, nobody's going to have the best content, you know, like better content. From what I see people making little upgrades to their platforms, you know, trying to, you know, add little shit here and there. But overall, like, I'm better. Or at least I'm striving to be better to make sure I'm so far ahead technology-wise, you know, that they can't catch up. Like, I'm years behind. I'm like 3 years behind. Like, I had a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Now I don't have that. I'm living free, happy, eating good, you know, healthy as I've been in my adult life. Hardy versus Serrano. They didn't have a stream for that media event, and I couldn't get anybody out there. Well, yeah, we're going to... One of the big things we're doing is on September the 20th, we're streaming here. We're broadcasting the first fight ever on this channel. It's called the Ultimate Fighter 5, where it's a one-night tournament on September the 20th, where we're going to be streaming and we're going to have call-ins in between fights and everything. Doing a little, you know, legal points gambling, not gambling with real money, but we got some shit like planned, you know? We got some shit planned. I'm trying to figure out what's for dinner, though. And I got to take my ass to the gym. I'm going to start hooping again. I can't wait. I got to put my car in the shop again Thursday. And I can't wait to start hooping. I wonder if my fat ass can still dunk. I can't dunk anymore. I'm probably going to come down, fucking blow my fucking knee out. Sprain my Achilles or tear my Achilles or some shit. When Mikey going to fight? He put out something on Instagram saying, you know, he's got some news coming soon. But, you know, nobody knows what he's going to do. He has been flirting with Top Rank, well, talking to Top Rank again. So that's a good sign. But the zone is the place to be for him, especially if he wants to compete at 140. He's not ready for 147 yet. His brother don't want him at 147. At 135, you know, he don't feel comfortable going back down there, he said. So 140 is the place to be in the zone, and ESPN is where 140's at. No, I'm taking it back. I got to get my bumper, my 2 bumpers taken care of, because the first one, I mean, the one in the front, my shit is all exposed, like under it. So getting all that shit taken care of, then my truck brand new again. Then I'm gonna start driving all over the damn country. I'm not getting no damn McDonald's. Didn't I tell you I'm on 1,500 calories? Shit, and that's rough, because right now I'm getting hungry. So I'm about to go up there and snack on this fucking romaine lettuce, tomato, and cucumber, and drink a bottle of water and wait till dinner. Yeah, thank you, OmniSurge Media. Yeah, I'm done with that, you know, putting out videos, you know, 5-6 videos a day. Hell no. And my videos have a high watch time. You know? Nah, no bread. No bread. I had that ramen. That was cool, but I ain't fucking with no bread. I got to drop this weight, man. This is the biggest I've been. And I don't got no excuse no more. So, you know. So 16 pounds in a little over 5 weeks. Got another 20 to go. So I'm trying to accelerate. I want to lose 15 pounds in 30 days. 20. It's rough. It's rough. It's killing me. It's rough. It is rough. But, you know, with supplements, you know, you can do pretty good. Like, you can do 1,500. It's rough on me. It's rough. So I'm not doing 1,500 every day. I'm going to say right now about 5 days a week. But that shit not cool. Like, you be hungry as shit. Like, when you go to sleep at night, you wake up like super, super hungry. So you got to drink some water. You know, then pop your little pills, pop your PEDs. Then you got to wait, you know, wait, you know, get that smoothie down in you. You know, you got to wait, go do some shit, get a little walk, get a little run. You know, take like a little big ass spoon of peanut butter. You know. So I'm hungry as shit now, but it's the end of the day. So now I'm going to have a little snack, and then I'm going to have dinner around 7, 8, go to bed around 10, 11. You know, I'm good. Yeah, I do want some of that nasal spray shit. I got some nasal spray, but it don't have no oxyxofrine in it. So all that shit, them boxers be taking, I want all them PEDs. So I want some of that Diabol shit. I've been trying to find some Clenbuterol. I want some of that. I'm gonna fucking grind that shit up, put it on my steaks and my fish. I'm not taking no needles though. I don't want that Big Baby Miller shit, that GW 1516. I'm good. But give me some of that Clenbuterol. Put that shit in a little grinder. Grind that shit up on the steak. And some of that Diabol. You know? When is Robert Easter? I don't know. Well, then thank God they're not going with Robert Easter versus Rancis Barthélemy again. No, that wasn't Rancis. Was it Luden Barthélemy or Rancis? That was Rancis, right? Oh, weird here. Now I've been doing ground turkey. So what I'm having tonight is I'm having actually some canned salmon over some brown rice with some mixed vegetables. Sounds exciting, right? It's not going to be. But yet, once you like garf that shit down, you be full. You don't be thinking about how like monotonous it is. So I've done diet. Like I used to be really, really good at diet. I was able to cut weight. I used to be able to cut weight so fast when I was younger, you know, within like a month. But now I've gotten older. That shit ain't the same no more. You know? Yeah, so, you know, staying away from bread and all that shit, lean meats, no candies, cakes. I've never been like a real, you know, like into all that. I don't drink coffee like that. You know, what are you guys arguing about? This is what we're going to do. I got to edit some videos on TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. I cover every single major fight live. I bake all my foods. Or I use my oilless fryer. Well, I did before it broke. Please subscribe.